Hi everyone, I did my book talk over Stink and the Freaky Frog Freakout. This book is written by Megan McDonald and illustrated by Peter Reynolds. This book is on the 2014-2015 Children's Choice Award-winning list, so the children have chosen this book and they really have enjoyed it. And this is also a great book because it's the 8th edition in a series, so if the students really enjoy this book, they can go on to read Stink's other adventures. And this book is based around 3rd and 4th grade in their interest area, and it's a pretty easy read. As you can see, it's split up into different chapters. And basically the book is about Stink. You can see Stink here. And he starts off in swim class, and he's terrified of the water, and he can't even stick his head under the water. He's terrified, and his sister is in the same class as him, and she's like a shark. She can swim everywhere, and she really enjoys being in the water, so she makes fun of Stink a little bit and gets the other kids in the class to make fun of him also. And as Stink is leaving the swim class, he finds a frog, and this frog is missing a leg, and so he becomes very curious and wants to catch the frog and keep it, and he is unable to catch this frog. So he forgets about the frog, he goes home, and when he gets home he finds 2 and 3 and 4 more frogs, and so he really wants to learn a lot more about frogs. So his dad takes him to a nature center there in town, and the guide at the nature center takes him and his friends and his sister and his dad to a pond where they are able to catch frogs. And they catch a lot of frogs, and Stink starts to notice that a lot of these frogs have deformities, and so he wants to know why. And the nature guide tells him that there's a lot of pesticides in the area and a lot of growing neighborhoods that have taken over the habitats of the frogs, and that's why a lot of people are seeing frogs in their homes and out in town, and the pesticides are causing the frogs to have deformities. So Stink decides that he wants to spread the news about pesticides, and he joins a group specifically for that, and then he finds a blue frog that he thinks is like a mutant ninja frog, and he gets licked by this frog, so now he thinks he's Peter Parker and it's going to be like Spider-Man, and he slowly starts to notice changes in himself, like he wants to eat raisins all of a sudden, and he doesn't even like raisins, but they look like flies. He wants to play in the mud in the rain, and he hates the rain. He wants to eat a worm, and he starts to feel like he's turning into a frog. So he's learning more and more about these frogs, and he finally decides to go to swim class, and he gets in the water immediately and notices that his toes are becoming webbed, and he is able to swim now. So he overcame his fear from learning about the frogs. So I think that's great for kids to know that they can overcome their fears, and sometimes you just have to learn more about something and it'll encourage you to face your fears. So my first activity was a anticipation guide, and there are 6 questions, and before reading the students would check whether they disagree or agree with these questions, and then after they have read they will do that again. So that's kind of like 2 activities in one. And here is my finished one. And then while the students are reading, they will do a story organizer, and so they will put what is going on in the beginning, middle, and end, and they will write a paragraph about the main ideas and the main points and details that happen in the beginning, middle, and end. Here's my completed copy of that. And then after they have read, again they will finish the anticipation guide, and then they will do a character profile of Stink. And this character profile asks about what is the character's personality, what does the character look like, what does the character do, and this basically is to help students understand that characters go through changes just like Stink did. So I hope that this book talk has made you want to read Stink and the Freaky Frog Freakout.